Bennett, and today we're going to work on Google Drive and Google Slides. We're going to open up a Google Drive account for you, and in Google Drive, you are going to use that to open a Google Slides account. We're going to take that and use some of the information you've already learned in class, and we're going to make a beautiful presentation for you. Okay, so there's a couple things we need to go over first. The very first thing we need to talk about is what is Google Drive. I want you to think about Google Drive as being a big three-ring binder. You guys used to carry around those three-ring binders, and you had a separation for your math, you had a separation for history, you had a separation for social studies, and you'd put all your work inside this binder, you'd put it in your backpack, and you'd bring it back and forth to school. Well, Google Drive is a digital binder. Everything that you work on in class, whether it be math or Google Docs or Google Slides, it's all going to get saved into Google Drive. And Google Drive is what you're going to use to access your work at home and at school. Next, we need to talk about what is a slide. So we're going to work in Google Slides, but a slide is like a presentation program. Google Slides is a presentation program. So each slide is one piece of paper that we're going to put all of our information on that we're going to present in our Google Slides presentation. So a slide is a blank sheet. More vocabulary to know. I need to know what is import, what is image, and what is arrange. Those three words become very important when we start to talk about Google Slides. Import means to move something in. An image, if we call it a picture, we call it an image in computer. And arrange means that I'm going to move the things around on my blank sheet to put them in a certain order. So I need to arrange the order of what pictures I'm going to put on the top and what pictures I'm going to put on the bottom. Okay, so we're going back to our computer and we're going to open our Google Drive account now. So you should all have a username and a password that's going to let you into Google Drive. When I go into my Drive account, remember this is my binder, this is where all my work is going to be saved. I'm going to show you where to find Google Slides. You're going to go into the big red button that says New, and we're going to open that up, and in that we're going to be able to find our programs. Okay, first thing you want to do is you're going to come down here and you're going to open up Google Chrome. When you open up Google Chrome, it's going to direct you into an opening page here. And in that opening page, I'm going to want to go to my Drive. You should look for a little icon that looks like this. We've been calling it a waffle at school. So I need you to click on your waffle, and in your waffle, you're going to see the icon that takes you to Google Drive. Google Drive is this triangle right here with the three different colored sides, and that's how we're going to get into Google Drive. Once I click that and I go into Google Drive, it's going to open up into some folders. In the folders, you're going to be able to make new folders and create those folders and organize your Google Drive account into anywhere that you'd like. How you make a new folder is you're going to come in here, and I want something new, so I'm going to click New. When I click New, I can simply select Folder, and then I can name my new folder and create. And when I do that, I have a nice folder for me to put anything that I want into it. If you're cleaning out your desktop and you get to a folder and you don't want it anymore, highlight your folder and click the trash can. And we got rid of that folder. So everything that you create in Google Drive goes into My Drive. This is My Drive. Anything that anyone shares with you is going to come into your incoming folder, and you will see all the things that are shared with you. And then this is all the things that you created. So once again, we're going to go in and we're going to look for Google Sites. So I'm going to find Google Sites because I want something new. I'm going to go to New. And when I go into New, I see my icon for Google Slides. As soon as I click on Google Slides, it's going to open up a blank presentation. So this is my slide. And remember, I told you that was a blank sheet. So on this blank sheet, we are going to have to put everything that we learned about our subject. The very first thing that Google Slides wants you to do is they want you to pick a theme. A theme is super easy. All it's going to do is adjust the colors in the background of your slides for you, and it's going to select some fonts, shapes, and colors and sizes. So it's a nice little cheat that we can do pretty quick. I'm going to select Inspiration Board, pick the font that you like, and push OK. Once I do this, I'm going to see that it has added a nice little font and a nice little background shape and color to my slide. So right now, I only have one slide in my presentation. I need to add more slides. There's a couple of ways that I can add more slides. If I want a slide, I can use my keywords right here, and I can go to the word slide. Once I open up the drop-down menu for slide, I see several things that I can do with slide, and one of the easiest things is I'm going to click New Slide. And you can see it popped a new slide into my presentation just like that. The other way I can get a new slide is I can come right over here to this plus. I can click on the plus, and it'll pop in another slide right there. Now, I might not want the same format or the same layout on all of my slides, so if I click the drop-down menu here, it'll give me different layouts that I can choose to put into my project as well. I just select one, and it gets added to my project. Most projects that we start with are 5 or 6 slides long, and you'll find that most students have no problem with this at all. So we'll look for a 5-program slide, which means I'm going to need one more since I currently have 4 slides in my program. Last one that I'm going to want to choose is I'm going to choose another title slide for a conclusion. Okay, great. So I've got 5 slides in my presentation, and the next thing I need to know is I need to know what to do with these slides. So remember back to our vocabulary, one of the vocabulary words that we had was import. Import means I'm going to move something in. I want to import something into this. And the most interesting thing I have to import into a slide presentation is pictures. And when computer, we call them images. So if I want to insert or import an image into my presentation, I'm going to come up here and look at my keywords again, and I see the word insert. And if I look down this list right here, I can see that I'm going to insert an image. There's my image, and if I click on it, it gets super simple. Google Slides has brought me to this wonderful image board right here where I have a couple options. I can either take this box right here, and I can move this out of the way, and I could drag and drop an image that I had on my desktop right in there, or I can do this other really cool feature where I can come to search. And when I click on search, it pulls up a Google search bar, which is super cool because now I can search on the internet right in my presentation. And a super safe, simple search for us this morning will be dogs. So let's all type in dogs, and we're going to search dogs. Once I do that, you can see that several pictures of dogs come up from the internet. And I can find a little guy that I like. I like this guy right here. All I have to do is click him, highlight him, and push the word select. And you can see that dog gets added right into my presentation. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to look at when I talk about this dog right here. You can see I have this box around this dog, which is going to allow me to move the position of that image. One of the coolest ways to do it is if you take this circle right up here, and I get those crosshairs, and I have to click and drag, I can take that picture and I can turn it askew on different angles, and I can turn that picture all around right there. Notice the 4-pronged cursor that I have right there. If I have a 4-pronged cursor, I can move this picture around. And when I have that 4-prong, it's nice and easy to move. If I come over here and I highlight in the corner, you can see my 4-prong will change to a 1-prong arrow. That'll allow me to change the size, and all I have to do is click that and drag that in, and that'll change the size, and I can bring my dog right there. Okay, so I have a cute little dog on my slide right there, and now I need to adjust my title. So I can look at the title, and on my kid's title I have them right there, first and last name, and down here we'll put a title, all about dogs. Great. Now I have a problem. Remember I told you that this slide was just pieces of paper that I was going to pick up and put on top of each other. Well, right now my dog image is on top of my text, and I don't want it to go that way. I want to be able to see the text, so I need to arrange my pieces of paper. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to select the thing that I want to arrange. I want to arrange those words. And then I have to go back up here into my keywords, and I need to find the word arrange. And if I click on it, it's going to allow me to arrange the order. So I'm going to arrange the order, and I'm going to say bring to the front. And there it is. You can see my dog has been put on top of that. And same thing with my title. I'm going to click it, arrange, order, and bring to the front. Great. Now, as much as I like black and white, I'm going to have to change the color of these dogs. So I'm going to click the text. I have to highlight the text that I want to change. And then I can use these buttons right here to adjust the size and font and color of the text that I'm using. So I'm going to go down here and get a nice pink color. Yeah, that'll look good. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to adjust this one. I'm going to highlight it. And I'm going to adjust the color of this one. And I don't even have to make them the same color. Let's try that one in yellow. No, a little bit darker than yellow. Let's try a red. Nope, don't like it. I'm going to stay with the pink. There we go. Now, looks a little bit small. Let's adjust the size on that. Click it, highlight it, come up here, adjust my size. I'm going to go for a 48. Click it, highlight it, adjust the size, and that one I'm going to take to the 36. And there we have my dog. Oh, look, my eyes there. Let's go ahead and cover this up. I can bring in the sides of my text box. Oh, look. See, I have that 4-prong. I need to change that. Make sure I highlight it with the 1. There we go. I can adjust the size in. I can adjust the sides in on this one with that 1-prong. Make my text box the right size that I need it. Now I can get the 4-prong by just hovering lightly in the right area. Oh, there we go. And I can move the wrong text box. Let me try to get the right one here. It's a little tricky. When your text box gets small, you have to adjust it just a little bit there. That'll give us some more room to work on. And once we adjust the size of that, we get our 4-prong arrow, and we can move that right over there. And I probably still want to move that over some more. Not put him on my dog. It's going to look great on this black. I can take this one, adjust the size of my text box, and I can move that right in too. And I can move my second dogs right over here and get that right text box there. Great. Okay, so I have a title page. Oh, but look, I've made a mistake. Down here, I made my title page in slide 5. I want this to be a slide 1. No problem. All I have to do is click it and drag it right up there. And I can click this one and drag it right to the bottom. And now I have my slide in the right place. So you can also take your slides and very easily move your slides around here. So we're doing great. So basically right here from this position, using these keywords, you can do just about anything that you need to do. And this is a great introductory lesson. You know how to create a slide. You know how to change the slide's layout by going into Apply Layout. You know how to insert an image. You know how to insert text. You know how to change the font, the size, the color of the text. You can change the order of the slides in the presentation, and you're doing a great job. So one more quick little tricky thing that we can do is we can go into here, and when you're all done and you want to make your presentation look really great, one quick trick that you can do is come into the word transition, and where you come over here to no transition, we're going to change that to any one of these, and I personally like gallery. I'm going to select gallery, and just by clicking that one button, I've added animations to every slide. I can close this, and when I come up here, I'm going to make sure that I'm on the first slide. See the blue box? I'm going to come up to the word present. I'm going to look at my project in all of its beautiful glory here, and every time I want to move, I need to push the space bar, and you can see as we go through our presentation, I move right through my slides. It looks great. I can add whatever I like into here. Looks really good, and it's real simple, real easy to do. Now, you're ready to turn in your homework to your teacher. Super easy to turn in your homework. All you need to do is come up to this big blue word, share. And when you click on share, the first thing it's going to ask you to do is name your presentation. I have all of my kids put their first and last name on the presentation, and we go ahead and put your title. Oops, spell your title right. And when you're done, push save. And now you're going to have to share this with your teacher. So what you need to do is start to type in the first part of your teacher's name, and you'll probably see it come up in one of your saved bars right here. We're going to share this with Tracy Bennett at Eagles. And this is a really important button right here. So you want to make sure that when you share it with your teacher, it always says can edit. Because if you click on this, we're going to go to can comment. We're going to go to can view. If you click can view, that means that the only thing that people can do with your presentation is they can look at it. If you click can comment, that means that they can look at it and add some comments to it. And if you click edit, can edit, that means that your teacher has full privileges to your assignment and can help you out with it if you need the help. So make sure that you have can edit on there, and all you have to do is push send, and you have now turned in your homework. Thank you. Great. And so we are done with Google Slides. Quick, basic Google Slides. Okay, so I hope your presentation looks great. I hope you got it shared with your teacher. And thanks for doing Google Slides with me. I hope your classroom does a wonderful job, and I wish I could see all of your presentations. Thanks.